Hey, it's the Rooster, Bobby Leach for TimesWeekly.com. The Lincoln Way East Griffins improved their season record to 11-0 after opening up a 16-0 halftime lead against visiting Providence Catholic last Saturday night and finishing off the Celtics 24-14 in front of nearly 5,000 fans in attendance. East looked to their senior quarterback Tom Fusel for an early spark, and he delivered when he broke a tackle, raced 54 yards to the Celtics 6-yard line, and scored one play later on a designed quarterback draw for a 7-0 lead. Midway through the second quarter, Fusel found Justin Corbett on a bubble screen. Then he took 49 yards to the house, stunning the Celtics sideline. Field position was the name of the game for East as they kept the Celtics in the shadow of their own end zone for much of the first half, which ultimately forced a safety when the Providence punter's knee touched in the end zone on a punt attempt, making the score 16-0 as the game went into intermission. East extended their lead 22-0 after senior tailback Nick Colangelo scored from 18 yards away, finishing his night with 166 yards on the ground with 20 carries. Trailing 22 in the fourth, Celtics finally got on the board when quarterback Dominic Lagone threw up a jump ball to sophomore Miles Boykin for a 10-yard strike, 22-7. On their next possession, however, Lagone was sacked for another safety, capping the Griffins scoring and adding the final nail in the coffin for the Celtics. On the ensuing kick, however, the Celtics did recover the onside kick and found the end zone moments later with 3:04 left to play on a Lagone 1-yard sneak, but it was too little too late as the Griffins advanced to host downstate Edwardsville next Saturday for a 7-8 quarterfinal in Frankfort. I'm Fusel, quarterback for Lincoln Way East, and as Big Tone will call you, the human slinky. Man, today, phenomenal performance. I mean, you guys have always had Providence's number. Yeah. I mean, the last few years. But week two, the last couple of years, it's just been a mountain you guys couldn't get over. And today you got over it. It's got to feel exhilarating to get to that point.
I mean, it's awesome because I guess they were calling it the Backyard War because they're right down the street, and to play them the second round and it's a great atmosphere like this. I mean, the place was packed, and it was awesome to come out with the win. And, yeah, they're a great team every year. They play in that Catholic League, and that's a great league, and they're a great team every single year. Coach Coggs is a great coach, and it's awesome to come out here and win.
Well, that's a good political speech, in sportsmanship, but talk about how good it felt to beat those guys.
Oh, I mean, awesome.
You guys got a little chippy out there.
Yeah,
it was a tough game,
It definitely felt amazing to come out with the win at the end right there because, I mean, the onside kicks were awesome.
Yep.
I mean, it just felt amazing to beat them because going into this whole week, I mean, they were talking a bunch of crap.
Yep.
Our guys are battling on like Facebook and Twitter and stuff, but I mean, it just feels so good to come away with the win.
Now you got Edwardsville up here. They got to make the long drive up here. But it's a quarterfinal game. How important is it to get off? I asked Langendorf for that. I asked Langendorf for that too. I said, how important is it for you guys to get off to a good start in practice this week for a downstate team and not have a letdown?
I mean, it's 1 week at a time, and I mean, we're going to prep just as hard as we did this week, maybe even harder, because I mean, our goal is to make it all the way to Champaign, and we got to take it one step at a time, and we'll do anything at all costs.
Defensively, we pretty much shut them out, and that's always great. Offensively, our offensive line played outstanding. Nick Allegretti, Mitch Arvidsson, Ryan Wietendorf, Nick Kokorikis, and Tom Plunkett had an awesome game. All staters in my mind, and I love running behind them. I'm truly blessed.
Past 2 years, knocked out second round, first against Glenbar West, last year against Wheaton Warrenville South. How does it feel to finally overcome this hurdle and move on to the quarterfinals?
You know what? We're taking it one game at a time, and it's behind us now. And so we're just going to come out on fire and keep our ball game.
Great year. You guys didn't quit fighting there. What was the change at halftime that helped you guys come back out down, 17-0? A lot of times it's lights out for a team, especially this late in the playoffs. It wasn't lights out for you guys. You guys came back and started moving the ball.
Coming to Providence, one thing they really teach us is never quitting. And I'm proud of my team, and I think that we came out in the second half and we just gave it everything we had to finish up.
Last time I saw you, up close, I was watching you run down a 75-yard sprint against JCA in the first week of the season, and you just took off like no one was going to catch you. Tonight, this defense kind of kept up with you guys a little bit. And defensively, their linebackers are pretty quick.
Yeah, it's probably one of the fastest defense I've seen. They had their heads on the ball, nose to the ball. The backers feel very well. They're just quick.
I'm with Kyle Langendorfer, and we talk about you a little bit on the cheap seats and all the other stuff. But I mean, you're a tough kid, man. I mean, forget about the football. I mean, just talk about the fact that you're a state wrestler. But I mean, you play like you're 6'5". I mean, you're out there and you intimidate guys. You don't back down from no one.
Yeah. I mean, for what I lack in size, I guess I got to make up with my play. And I don't know. I mean, our defense was railing to the ball, got a little chippy out there, but I mean, you can't back down in a fight like this. I mean, is what the score came out to be. It was definitely more lopsided than the really score showed, but we had to stay in it there. I mean, a couple onside kicks, a couple weird fumbles and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, we just couldn't back down at the end. I mean, tough team. I mean, honestly, they didn't really play anybody, and they were saying we didn't, and we really took it to them and sent them home early where they should be. So.
Well, now you got Edwardsville coming up here, and you know what? I don't even know much about Edwardsville. I know it's down by St. Louis somewhere, but does it really matter who you guys play next? I mean, you're at home.
We're just going to work on ourselves this week. We have played Edwardsville in the past. It was one of our early non-conference games the last couple of years. Haven't seen them in the last couple of years, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're obviously doing things right, beating East St. Louis last night. That's a huge win for them, and they're going to be ready to play. So we got to work on ourselves, got to fix things up on D-Ando, and hopefully we can come back here and get another win. I mean, we're at home.
Week 2 of the playoffs is kind of the last couple of seasons stuck with you guys. Had to make you a little nervous going into this game.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. We were obviously nervous, maybe a little bit, but I think we were just mostly confident. I mean, we knew from the whole week. It was a great practice week, and I think we knew from the start that we were going to come out on top.
State championship is still a reality for you guys, but got to get out of the quarterfinals yet.
Yeah, we're not looking ahead. We're taking it one day at a time. And next, we're looking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're looking ahead to Edwardsville, not the state championships yet.
Well, hey, this is a bittersweet, moment for you. I mean, a great game you had today. It seemed like every time that ball got within a yard of you, you were the one coming down with it today. But a little bit short against a really tough, top-seeded Lincoln Way East program. Where do you go from here? What's next for you? I mean, as far as hitting the weights, do you take a weekend off to soak it in?
I mean, I take maybe 1 or 2 days off, and then I get right back into basketball. And then I just prepare for next season. I don't want this to happen again. It was a good team we lost to. I mean, if we had to lose to a team, I'm glad it was them. I have no doubt that they'll make it to state or even win it.
You guys had a great run this year, great season, had a lot of big victories. But, what do you take away from this year's learning lesson as a sophomore now? 2 more seasons. I mean, you're junior, senior next year. You got a couple more years here. What are you going to be able to bring from this season into next year and into years beyond?
I mean, hopefully I just I learned from all these seniors. I learned from everybody on this team. And playing on this level is a great experience. So next year, hit the weights, get back, and hopefully right back here.
Coach, hey, listen, that was top seed. They played like a top seed. You guys played pretty well yourselves. I mean, that's probably the hardest that they faced the defense all season long. I mean, they had to win with the little things today, but your kids kept battling. You solved the puzzle offensively, I think, a little bit more in the second half.
Yeah, that's what I told our guys after the game. We didn't quit. We kept battling. We came back on them. Just too many mistakes early on, and gave up some big plays on defense and too many mistakes on offense.
I think you found a couple of weapons to look forward to the next year. I mean, it's hard to look forward to next year after a bitter loss. I mean, these are bitter losses in the playoffs when it ends your season, but
right.
A lot of positives still come out of it.
Yeah, always. But obviously Miles had a big game today, and that's what we need out of him going on to the future.
Coach, last year that Bolingbrook game may have been the biggest win a long time in your career. Tonight, I think you just trumped that.
Yeah, it's a big win. Big win with having not played as long as we would have liked in the playoffs in recent years. And just real proud of this group. The senior group has been special since we started last December. So they've worked very, very hard for 11 months to be able to compete and have some success in this game tonight. And give a lot of credit to Providence. Battled to the end like we knew they would. But really proud of the character and the work ethic of these kids. They sold out for 11 months, and they wanted to make a little more noise than we have in the past. But we love them, and we thank you guys, and anything else.
Well, one other thing, Coach, that defense was probably one of the toughest defenses you guys faced all year and showed on the scoreboard, but you made it up with the little things today, a couple of safeties.
We won field position, you would say, for sure, and then special teams and field position were going to be big. And but again, they battled back, a chance to, be in the game at the end. But we kind of thought we just keep giving Fiesel and our skill guys shots at it. Eventually they break through, and it was good to have that lead early. And overall, the defense was tough. Didn't like how we finished in the fourth quarter, but a really good effort in all phases tonight.